My name is Kayla, and my presentation is on promoting student accountability and responsibility in the classroom. What is accountability? Accountability involves developing a commitment to student learning and personal growth. Student accountability must be rooted in a culture of inquiry and continuous improvement. Accountability comes with setting high expectations for students and teaching them skills that fit their individual needs. If accountability is taught in the classroom, it will give the students the motivation to become responsible, self sufficient learners. Constructing a classroom environment that is collaborative and dynamic, where students have an active role in shaping their own education, will help in promoting responsibility in students, as well as supporting students' academic and social emotional growth. And as educators, we should work towards building an internal motivation in all of our students. Accountability must reflect the full purpose of the student's education. Promoting personal accountabilities in students continued. Allowing for our students to become engaged in their course material will hold them accountable and have them understand the importance of participating in their own learning to be successful, as well as creating an environment where students are feeling trusted, respected, and that they always have the proper support that they need, as well as setting expectations and goals for the students and making the expectations clear to them. As educators, we also want to give words of encouragement and motivation to help students have a positive mindset about their learning. Accountability strategies. We want to teach students how to self assess their work, pose questions to guide student thinking, utilize formative assessments, provide structure and clear set expectations for the students, and give students flexibility and chances to correct their mistakes. We would also want to use logical consequences that have immediate impact on students and leverage technology to customize and personalize students' experiences. A few of these next slides are just some important strategies that I would use in my own classroom and that I think are most important. So, posing questions to guide student thinking. This is where we are helping students bridge gaps, clarify their thinking, and be sure everyone understands their role in learning. Some example questions would be, when working in a group, to what extent are they accountable for their group success? Or after a project and test, what went well, could have went better, and how can the students then be accountable for improving next time? Give students flexibility and chances to correct their mistakes. Give students a chance to adjust changes in how they learn, as there may need to be specific modifications to learning depending on the student. Being flexible with the students by allowing them to have choices for when their assignments are due. So, for example, working with their schedules. If a student makes a mistake or does not grasp a concept, give them the chance to revisit material and reflect on what they can do differently in the future. Utilize formative assessment. Formative assessment can help students become aware of the depth of their learning. This also shows weaknesses in students' understanding of a concept and help them understand what they need for future success. When completing formative assessments, students are able to see for themselves whether they have met the learning goals, whether they need to review, or whether they need to complete the task in an entire new way. Provide structure and setting clear expectations. So, working with the students to set a schedule that they stick to in order to be most productive and successful. Within this schedule, outline expectations that clearly explain what you are looking for, academics as well as behavior wise. Providing these expectations will give students the tools to self assess and use critical thinking skills in their learning. I'm going to end the presentation with a little conclusion and a thought for the future. So, teaching students to be accountable takes time and consistent effort. For us as educators, we need to remember when it is difficult, it is still our responsibility to teach students accountability and responsibility techniques, especially during at home learning. So, a discussion question that we can all discuss is, in your future classroom, what do you believe are the most important strategies for accountability, and which ones would you use?